Good evening. My name is Emmanuel Haynes. And did you know that it just takes one scandal to tarnish a school's name and can lead to extinction? Most people, when they think of scandals, they think of it as a boring, dry run topic that can lead to different things, but they really don't understand the concept of it. Today, I will be informing you on what a scandal is, how they affect the college basketball scene, and how they affect the college as a whole. I've been going over this topic for 3 weeks, and I feel like I have earned enough information, I've learned enough information, and gained enough knowledge to help you understand the simple concept of what a scandal is, and I'll be able to explain to you in a very simple process. Most people know what scandals are, but they don't know the concept of scandals. They don't know really what a scandal is. A scandal can be classified in four definitions. The first definition is that scandals are usually morally wrong. They usually break our social norms, aka our moral ethics. They usually break those. The second definition is they're usually legally wrong. Most scandals that happen are illegal. They usually break an administration's rules or our country's set standards or rules. The third definition is they lead to general public outrage. 99% of scandals will break the first two definitions, and that usually makes the general public very, very angry. The fourth definition, and the most important definition, is that the media is the most important key role to scandals. They usually blow them up out of proportion, and without media, it affects it as a whole. Without media, we wouldn't even know about most scandals. The big news outlets like CNN, CBS, and your New York Times, they eat scandals up. They blow them up out of proportions, and they do it a lot, and they're very, very good at it. Now that we know the very general information about scandals, we are going to go to a specific college basketball scandal that's happened in recent years. According to Kareem R's June 2016 article about college athletics, he goes over in very clear details about the Syracuse Orange scandal. In 2015, the Syracuse Orange was a very, very good basketball team. They were considered a powerhouse back then. But then every powerhouse can be brought down by a scandal. Their scandal was because of academic fraud and illegal money boosters. They were called with academic fraud because they had tutors that instead of tutoring the basketball players, they were instead doing the work for the basketball players. That is cheating and clearly violates not only the NCAA rules, but the school rules as a whole. The second fraud was their illegal money boosters. Their money booster was said when they were going to the YMCA's and volunteering, and instead of volunteering, they were actually receiving money. They ended up getting $8,000 in funds for the basketball team that were illegal, unregistered, and the NCAA did not know about it. This violates their terms with the NCAA and hurt them in the long run. Now, how did this affect the college? Basketball team going forward? In 2016, during March Madness, they played in the semifinals. They played the North Carolina Tar Heels. That was a very highly anticipated matchup between two powerhouses, but instead was overshadowed by the scandal in the previous year. This shows you the effects of scandals because instead of it being about the basketball game, it was more about the scandal. Because if Syracuse would have won, people would assume that they cheated their way in and that there's another scandal looming. Now that we have went over what scandals are and what the college basketball scandals is, we are going to go into how does the scandal affect the college. In Julian Burns' How Let the Scandals Get Tarnished the College, April 2016 article, she goes over this in very clear details. She says there are two schools that went over a survey, and each of the two schools that had a major scandal, they saw an 18% drop rate in their applicants. They lost 18% of their applicants. That is a huge number because that's 1/5 of their population gone, and that's 1/5 of their money gone. Schools run on our money, and they need our money, especially college. And without our money, they can go and decimate. They can be gone, and just like I said in my intro, they can be extinct. And another way that it hurts is the national rankings. College national rankings are a huge thing, and especially when you need to make the top 10, because 90% of students, teachers, parents are looking at national ranking to send their child because they want nothing but the best for their child. And a great example of this is the Louisville incident that happened recently. Rick Pitino was caught bringing in illegal women in for the recruits, and he got caught. Not only did the college basketball team get affected, the whole college was affected. They saw a 10% drop rate in their admissions, and that is a lot of admission that's been gone, and that hurt them. That hurt their general admissions, and they lost a lot of funds because of one coach's mistake and a college basketball team mistake. They also dropped from the national rankings, so they were ranked in the top 10, but they dropped out significantly, and they're still working their way back just to get into the top 10. And that is the main reason they saw their admissions flow. Now that I went over all that, I have taught you how to do scandals. I have taught you what scandals are, how the scandals affect the college, and how the scandals affect college basketball. Thank you for listening to my informative speech, and I hope I informed you about scandals.